Well, welcome back. Yet another Mustang project. And today, get a little look at the back end of it instead of the front end. A little different angle of it because I start on working on the wheel wells here, and I eventually come to the conclusion that I need a rotisserie. So after this, my next couple of videos will be a build of a rotisserie, which I've already started. Just, bad filming. The intro for this one didn't happen for some reason. Either I didn't film it, or I messed it up, or I didn't push the button, or, GoPro bugs. Who knows? But this will just be a really quick, good way of stripping wheel wells. And should you strip the wheel wells? Very good question. And in this case, I shouldn't have. I should have left it alone. So get to that, and we'll talk about the rotisserie just a little bit at the end. Okay, well, at this point, I've gotten the hole for the steering column taken care of. So what I'm basically doing is getting to the point where I want to be able to get the bottom cleaned up and get everything primed and painted. Whether it's anything that is not a body panel on the exterior. So I want to get the bottom done. I want to get this, everything for the firewall done, cleaned up, painted. So at this point, I'm a doormat. So I am removing all that rubberized undercoating, and I've got other tools to do it, but she just likes to be out here with me, and she's a spoiled little brat. So I mean, you can see, but yeah, she's just a spoiled little brat. And since she's out here, I do it the quiet way. So I'm just using putty knives and scraping it off. Yeah. I'll change methods here in a little bit, but I'll get off what I can, and I'll get you in here to look at it. Yes, ma'am. So, it's the typical, it's just normal. So I'm just going to work at this for a while, go over the other side. Okay, well, that's just after scraping it by hand. That's good enough for the next step. And you can see that was where I welded up that ugly hole that is in the sheet metal. That's just a factory thing. They put a bunch of seam sealer in there, and I just plugged it with weld, and then I'll cover it with seam sealer. But that's most of it scraped off. And next step, I'm going to do this little guy right here. It's a nylon abrasive wheel. $4 a piece at Northern for 4-inch. They are cheaper than the Harbor Freight ones. You get a bigger wheel and they're cheaper. And I haven't used theirs, so we'll see how it holds up. Well, I don't know about you, but I call that a win. That's pretty quick results, and no damage to the steel underneath. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, not bad for $4. See how well it holds up. And for the bottom of the car, I'm going to get one that's a 6-inch diameter, big cut brush, one of these. I can pick them up locally. And I'm going to use that for some of the big areas. This is a little bit easier than, cleaner than blasting, so I like it so far. Not bad for a cheap version. Okay, well, with a little help from Smokey, got those turn out pretty good. That's just with the nylon wheel, and I'm going to go back and my next step will be to wipe this with a degreaser, because with an undercoating you can't clean it first, and what you've done by running that brush is you've removed the stuff on top, but you've forced the oil and grease into those scratches. So you want to get rid of that. And with undercoating, you don't really have a choice. You can't clean before because you can't. So what I will do next is degrease all of this at some point before I'm going to be ready to paint. I'm not sure which order that's going to be. I will degrease it, sandblast it, clean it again, then it'll be ready to paint. That way I know there's no oil in it. And let me go around and look at the other side real quick. And here we can see the other side. It looks pretty good too. Just a couple little spots of surface rust is all you got. No big deal. And to be honest, if I had to do this again on this car, I would have not removed it. I would have left it in place. I would have cleaned it, put another coat on top, and called it done. There was no reason to remove this undercoating under here. It served no purpose at all, except to waste time. All right, well, now like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, when I got through doing this wheel wells, got to the point where it's just difficult working upside down. This car never had undercoating, so it had just a layer of paint, nothing to protect it. So it needs a lot of prep underneath, and I don't really want to do it lying down, overhead. It's tough on the shoulders, tough on the body. It's not any fun. You don't get as good of a job done, and it makes it harder to paint and all that. So a little sneak peek of the rotisserie. I have already started on it, and you can see right there, this is the beginning of it, and this is just, that's how I'm building it, out of leftovers. So stay tuned for the next couple of videos on it.